Tuesday, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know I just popped up on y'all, but that's what I do best. Pop up, pop conversation is my judge. If you don't know who I am your conversationalist, Miss Nicole Rochelyn, and you are at the In Love Show, where all things are love and all things are conversation. Now, today, I know I'm usually talking about the ladies, but I had to bring on a male guest because men's voices are just important as ours too. So I have a wonderful young man who is joining us tonight. His name is Kevin Barnett. He is from the Brooklyn area, the New York area, but he has decided to move down south where it is much hotter. So without further ado, help me welcome the founder of COOLxDAD, Mr. Kevin Barnett.
Hey,
Good afternoon. Well, not afternoon. See, my lash came off, and now I'm delusional. Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I can't complain too much. Well, I know I said it's a Tuesday, didn't I? I think I
Yeah,
did. See, my
yeah.
mind, y'all, my mind playing tricks on me. And it's actually a Monday. I typically never pop up on a Monday, but it's a great day, Monday off of men. And Mr. Kevin, I appreciate you being here with me today. Now, am I saying this right? Because I know there's a cool, and then there's an X, and then there's a dad. And so I didn't know how I was supposed to say
No,
that. Did I say it right?
it's cool, Dad. It's
Cool, dad.
as simple as possible.
Now, before we get started, the picture that you have in your bio. Typically, when it's about us, we only put ourselves in the picture. But what I really loved was that you had your beautiful family and those babies. Oh my goodness, I could eat them up. I love that you included your family in your bio and what it is and what you're doing, but it also shows that you really do care about being a dad.
No, I mean I live this through and through. I'm on this mission of life to amplify the voices for father, and create more opportunities for us to normalize the conversation. So leading by example, I'm a firm believer by that. And so, as simple as something as the bio, you want to get to know me, you got to know the people that stand behind me. So that's
Oh, yes. I
that's why you're gonna see everything that I do. That's always gonna shed light to the people that are really behind the scenes making everything possible.
That's awesome. And kudos to you again for that because, like I said, you don't see that often. I know I try to put my kids in. They're like, Mom, I don't want to take a picture. But see, they grown. And so, I guess
Yeah,
they have
right,
somewhat to say
right,
so. But
right.
I love that. I love that. And it definitely made me interested. Like, look at this family man out here representing the fathers out there. And again, we don't see it a lot. But I want to jump to you come from New York. Why did you choose Houston?
Well, Houston's always home. I mean, technically, a lot of people, as much as the city don't accept it, I'm actually a Houstonian. I was born,
Really?
yeah, Texas children. I lived in A-Leaf before I left Houston, but I left at the age of 3. So, I don't really know the city, obviously, to represent as a true Houstonian, but I love the city. It's giving me everything. It's giving me my family, my 2 beautiful kids, my wife, my business, and I owe it to this city to continue to pour back into it as it did for me.
So let's talk about Cool Dad. What was your initial vision behind Cool Dad? And it's a two-part question. Did you initially feel like this is the concept now that I am a father?
Well, to answer the latter part, the concept was just given to me by the grace of God. So I don't have, full robust, one time storyline. Honestly, during the pandemic in 2020, just wanting to find a void to fill for my life and, be in something that is more connected. I wasn't able to really find that home. And Cool Dad was that. It filled the void that I needed for me to be my authentic self, to find some way to continue to help the community, and more importantly, shed a light on, a community in itself with fatherhood that, quite frankly, doesn't get a lot of love and a lot of flowers. So, um, this is just, the beginning of so much that is in my mind that is stored, but it takes, partners like Checkers and opportunities like yourself to allow us to continue to pour out, and amplify the voices, of Cool Dad's mission.
So before we get to the partnership with Texas, I do know that you guys with Checkers, I do know that Cool Dad does a lot for the community, especially those young kids around the holiday season time.
Mhm.
So what gave you that idea to say, you know what, during the holidays, I want to show some extra love during this season? Why did you choose the holiday season to give back?
Well, I think first and foremost, I mean, for myself, thinking about how I grew up, and my mother tried to give us everything she could, but she was a single mother raising two kids in the heart of Brooklyn, right? So for me, I understand how stressful the holidays can be, and if we have that opportunity to, just create a little bit holiday cheer and alleviate some stress from families, it's our job to do so. So we chose this time of the season where a lot of nonprofits are more so thinking about themselves and trying to, end their years strong. We thought about, hey, it's a time of the year that we should step up and try to, bless or help, another family or another organization. So we decided to use the holidays as a time for us to show our, social responsibility to our communities.
That's awesome. Now, I definitely can relate to that. I know I was a teenage mom and a single mom for quite some time, and I find myself back in that predicament again. So when I had my daughter, of course, I was, you know, young. I was working at Walmart. I didn't
Hey,
birthday parties, all of that. And it is a lot of stress. And even though
yeah,
the holidays are, about family and things like that, it's still nothing like your kid going back to school after the holiday and like, what did you get for Christmas? And then you don't have anything to say. And it's not that you didn't want to do it, it's just that they couldn't do it. But how do you explain that to your kids? And how do your kids explain that to another kid? They're not going to see the bigger
right,
picture. So
right.
I really, really love that you're doing that. And coming from a single mom home, I definitely can, like I say, I relate. I relate 100% because been there, done that. I'm back at it again.
Mhm.
So to you and your organization, thank you for helping those single moms out there that do need a little extra help during that
Of course,
time, just to give something to their babies.
of course.
Yes. So let's go back. You are partnering with Checkers.
Yeah.
Now we love, I'm from the Midwest. I knew about Checkers before Checkers arrived to Texas. And so when I was like, ooh, Checkers, got them chili cheese fries and them chili cheeseburgers, even though it's not good for me, I'm saying for me, it might be good for y'all, but it is so good to like treat myself. And every time I pass one, I'm like, let me just duck off over here to the side and get me a little chili cheese something.
That's it.
Uh, so tell me about this partnership. How did this come to light?
Well, Checkers is, they're for the community, right? They, sought out, community leaders and partnerships, and we were just blessed to be on their radar, and, immediately once we connected and kind of shared our visions, that, both organizations saw in alignment, and they wanted to move fast, which they did. They put together this beautiful opportunity coming up this Saturday, right, October 28th.
The spectacular event,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. With Slim Thug, and it's gonna be an opportunity for us to kind of just show, our true value to community, and what it means for us to show up, for our community. So we're definitely hoping for everybody to show up. Bring your kids, dressed up in their costume. Come meet, Slim. Come meet myself and a Cool Dad team, and, support. Obviously, we get a percentage of the proceeds from the meal going on between 2 to 4 at that event, and we just want to have a good time, and see us in real time.
That's awesome. Now I know when Slim Thug get in the mix, And then you got checkers, you got some good food, kids in costumes. Now, I'm gonna say something. They might not like it, but I'm about to say it. Parents who are taking your kids, make sure you know it's a kid friendly event. You know, yes. And that's what I'm gonna say. No shade. I just want to say, I know times have changed, but let's show up for the kids and what we really out there for,
Right.
right? So are y'all gonna be giving out candy? Because we know Halloween right around the corner. So we got some checkers. You got some cool dad candy treats going
Hey,
on.
we'll have a whole lot of games, activities, prizes. There'll be something to give away. We don't want to spoil it too much, right? But
You
I
gotta
think,
leave something for the
yeah,
imagination.
yeah, yeah. It's Halloween time, so we definitely want to make sure that the kids have a great time. So that's the focus, and we'll ensure that.
So let me ask you another question. So I do know you said some of those proceeds are going to go to your organization. What are some other ways that people could donate to you, whether it be monetary or gift wise?
Hmm.
I do know there are some organizations that I actually worked with last year for some foster kids, and it was a shoe organization that also partners and was giving away shoes. And I mean, these were like Adidas or Nikes or
Hmm.
something to that
Hmm.
nature. So, what about those partnerships? How
Yeah,
would
I
they
mean,
be able to contact you to say, you know what, hey, I love what you're doing. How can we contribute?
yeah, I mean, obviously, the first way and foremost to find us is through social media. We live in an instant world, right? So, find us at COOLxDAD on Instagram, or you can go to our website, COOLxDAD.com. We're very approachable, very easy to get in contact with. We're always looking for all types of donation, right? So, obviously monetary because we're in the nonprofit space. So, as many support that we can get in that category, we would love it and welcome it. But that sweat equity is as valuable as that dollar. So if we can get people to come out and just help us at particular events, we would love that. We have obviously our color box, which is our holiday initiative coming up. It kicks off November 1st. So we'll need as many hands involved with that because we'll be doing free family portraits on November 26th at Sandman Studios. So, if you and your family want to take some holiday pictures and not, have to bear the cost of that, let us do it for you. The 26th of November, we're shooting families and giving them, some memories to take home and send out to their friends and family. We'll also be doing a gift wrapping event on December 6th. So that'll be a fun, event where we have all the dads and their kids come out and they help wrap all the gifts that have been donated. But then we also have those donation boxes, which are called the color boxes. They'll be in 6 locations this year. They'll be at Mo Better Bruce Vegan Cafe in Third Ward, Genera Boutique out in the Heights, Sandman Studios, Wonder Like Wonder, Oaks Pediatric in the Independent Heights area, and the last one. I'm blanking out on the last one at the moment, but it'll definitely come to me in a second.
Well, if it don't come to you while we're on here, don't worry. Send it to me so I can make sure that I'm posting. I'm supporting you guys. I definitely want to let the community know what you're doing, the great work that you're doing in the community, and also to the great work that you're doing and putting forth the effort to give back. Now, let me ask you about the recipients. How do you choose to narrow down those recipients who receive these gifts, or who will qualify for those portraits?
Yeah. So as far as the portraits, that's open. That's an open gift for the city. We want as many families to come out. So it's that's just an open call to the city. So if you honestly just want to get some holiday pictures and you really just want to save the money, let us do it for you. But we definitely obviously want to make sure that families that have not had those type of opportunities are welcome so that they can feel as equal as they are. As far as the beneficiaries go for Color Box, we choose every year a nonprofit organization that has some sort of alignment to our mission. This year's beneficiary is going to be Search. Search is a nonprofit organization that's based out in the Third Ward. They do amazing work with families that are experiencing homelessness. So we're very excited to be pouring into them this year as these gifts are going to definitely go a long way for the families that they help and serve.
Well, wow. I really hope that you keep me informed and let me know. I'd love to pull up and lend a helping hand or and help in whatever capacity that the In Love show. Well, we're all things love, and this is something that we definitely love and support. So before you go, I want to know what's next for you.
Well, what's next is come and see me October 29th. Oh, so sorry, 28th. That's this Saturday from 2 to 4 at the Checkers East Tex location, because that is definitely one of our most, big events coming up this year, right? We're going to be alongside Slim Thug. So we want to make sure that first and foremost, we get as many people out to really kick off the rest of the year for us.
And those photo opportunities. Y'all gonna have pictures
Right.
of it, right? Yes,
Right,
yes, yes.
right,
Okay,
right. So October 28th, and then from there is color box season. So that's November 1st. So just a few days later, we kick off the holiday gift drive, and all the excitement starts to run right through that, and that's really gonna take us out. I will actually say, we were blessed to take over the holiday initiative of the Turkey Trot. So we are going to be hosting our first annual 5K Turkey Day fun run on Thanksgiving Day. So that is about to go out, and we're gonna really blast that out coming in a few more days. So as I said, November is gonna be a really busy month, but a real fun, cheerful, memorable opportunity for a family and community to come together and unite. So you can find all this information on our website. You can find this information on our social handle, and we're going to keep pushing.
all right. Now, what does it take to be a cool dad?
Yeah, that's a great answer. Great question. And the answer is as simple as this. It takes, you to be a conscious father or caregiver who wants to, do better and wants to strive for their children and create a better world. It has nothing to do with the outer appearance or the swag, or, it's really a mentality and a philosophy. So if that's somebody out there who's striving, you don't got to be perfect, because there's no perfect solution to parenting. But as long as you have that will and that grit to continue to get up every day and find a new solution, in my eyes, that's what's gonna make you a cool dad.
Love it. Love it. Well, I want to say thank you so much, Kevin, for joining me tonight. Getting in on this conversation was definitely a necessity, and it definitely shed some light on what's going on in our community and the positive things that are going on in our community. And it's led by a cool dad just like
Thank
you.
you.
Kevin, tell us before we go, where does that website, and make sure you leave your social media handle as well.
Yeah, so the website is COOLxDAD, that's COOLxDAD.com. And on the social side, it's just COOLxDAD on Instagram, Facebook. You can find us.
All right. Well, guys, as you can see, it's scrolling right here, right across our screen. So make sure you do follow them on social media platforms. Get in touch with them. And most importantly, show up this Saturday on October 28th at the Checkers off of East Tex Freeway. I will have that information as well on my website, my social media platform as well. So if you don't hear from me, you can hear from him. You're going to hear from somebody, okay?
Yeah.
Show up, support them in the wonderful things that they're doing. And Checkers, we thank them very much for partnering with you and your wonderful organization and giving back to the community and showing everyone in Houston what a cool dad can do and be. All right, Kevin, any last words?
I just want to say thank you to Checkers. Thank you to my city, Houston. We love you, and we're really excited to see everybody this weekend.
Yes, pull up, pull up. Don't forget, Slim Thug is going to be there too. All right, guys, until next time, my name is Nicole Rochelle. Make sure you are following us as well on all social media platforms and like us on YouTube, because there's all things love and there's all things conversation right here every time. Until next time, guys, see you soon. Thanks,
Thank you.
Kevin.
Thank you.